On October 5th, 1813, in present-day Ontario, Canada, a battle took place that would forever change the course of history in the American presidency. Tecumseh, the Shawnee Indian chief, was waiting for the British troops to come and support him in his attack on General Henry Harrison. At the morning of the battle, he was waiting there in the woods, and the British troops never came. At that time, General Henry Harrison and 4,000 other troops attacked the Shawnee chief and his troops. During the course of the battle, Colonel Richard Johnson came through and attacked the Shawnee chief in the chest with a sword, killing the Indian chief. At the end of the battle, the Shawnee tribe was all ended and the battle was over. And it was said that Tenskwatawa, the medicine chief of the Shawnee tribe, and his brother placed a curse on the American presidency, saying that every president elected in 0 year would die in office. Legendsofamerica.com did an artist rendering of Tecumseh. This way it was believed to look like during the course of the battle right before. And his brother, the Indian chief, or the medicine chief, Tenskwatawa, looked like this. Now you might be asking, is this just a coincidence or is it actually a curse? Well, I'm here to tell you that 7 presidents in the course of 140 years have died in office on a 0 year, when they were elected in 0 year. The first one was William Henry Harrison, the same guy that attacked the Shawnee tribe. March 4th, 1840, he gave his inauguration address on the coldest day of the year. Caught pneumonia, and a month later died in office. He's the first president to die in office, and he died when he was elected in 0 year. The next president would be Abraham Lincoln. He was elected for his first term in 1860, and he went through his first term without dying in office. This brings some flaw to the curse because he was elected in 0 year but didn't die in office. When he was elected for his second term, he was shot in the back of the head shortly after he was inaugurated on April 5th, 1865 at Ford's Theater. On November 1880, Garfield was the president-elect. He wasn't inaugurated in office yet, but he was shot in a train motorcade on his way to Washington, D.C. He didn't die before he was elected or inaugurated in office. On September 19, 1881, Garfield died from the wounds they received about a year earlier because of lack of modern-day medicine and infection. In 1900, William McKinley was elected president. About a year later, September 1901, he was at an expo, and a Russian extremist pulled out a gun and shot him in the stomach. The president survived for 8 days and again died because of lack of modern-day medicine and infection. In 1920, William G. Harding was elected president. It was believed that his wife didn't really like him and that she poisoned his food. And 3 years after he was elected, on August 2nd, 1923, he died in office. Nobody knows if it was because of a heart attack or a stroke because his wife wouldn't submit to an autopsy, which leads everybody to believe that she killed him. Now, a few years after that, the curse was out. In 1934, Ripley's Believe It or Not published a book on the curse of Tecumseh. That was the same time that FDR was running for presidency, and they asked him, did they believe if he was elected in 1940, if he thought he would die in office? And he said that if it was his time to die in office, then he would go. But if not, then it was fine with him, which means he really didn't believe in the curse. In 1940, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was elected to his 3rd term in office. He went through the whole term without dying and was elected for his 4th term in 1944. At that time, he had a severe illness and didn't believe he would make it through his 4th term. On August 12th, 1945, while taking a picture, he just slumped over in his chair and they asked the president what was wrong. He didn't respond, and they noticed a few hours later that he died of cerebral hemorrhage in the brain. The one that we most all know of is in 1960. JFK was elected president, and he was the youngest president to ever be elected in the office. November 22nd, 1963, he was shot in a motorcade while driving through Dallas, Texas. The last president that many of y'all might not know about was Ronald Reagan. In 1980, he was elected president. About a few months after he was inaugurated, March 3rd, 1981, he was shot at an expo in the chest, and his wound was more severe than William McKinley and Garfield's wounds. But because of modern day medicine and the better sterilization that we have now, he survived and was believed to break the curse because in 2000 Bush was elected president and made it through both of his terms without dying in office. So I ask you, do y'all think it's just a coincidence? Do y'all think it's a curse? How did Tecumseh predict the election of the general that killed him in the battle? These are the questions that historians have been asking themselves for over 140 years and will likely never have the answer to.